comics or books with magic or time travel. The questioner says, is it a major sin or shirk or kufr to read comics or books that include time travel, magic, communicating with the dead, or coming back to life, even though these stories have nothing to do with reality or any religious beliefs? And there is absolutely zero fear of getting doubts, as these stories are childish, and nobody believes these are real. First of all, we have to look at things through the lens of Islam in order to know whether this is permissible or not. Because nowadays, people's measurements of things is at fault. The measuring stick is wrong. So people weigh things according to the customs, the traditions, logic. Everybody's doing it. And this does not work with Islamic rulings, because Islam is a defined religion that has boundaries, that has sets of rules and regulations, which makes everything easy to be judged according to the Quran and the Sunnah, with the understanding of the righteous predecessors. So in order to look at the issue of comic books, novels, stories, books, we have to look through it in accordance with the Quran and the Sunnah. Scholars differed. A vast majority of them said that this is totally prohibited, because these are a set of lies and fabrications. And a Muslim does not lie. Islam does not endorse lying or cheating or making up things. So a chunk of the scholars said that this is haram. Some other scholars said, well, we have to look into it. If morally it is a good story that has a good benefit to the reader, and it does not include anything haram, so the whole structure of the story has a good ending, builds up courage, honesty, truthfulness in the reader's head, and evil loses, it doesn't beautify evil, it doesn't include anything haram. Some scholars say that this is permissible because Allah mentioned examples to us in the Quran, and He set an example of so-and-so doing so-and-so, which is not a reality, rather it's an example to us to learn from. And stories that people know that are not true and they are fiction, as long as nothing haram is included, this is a part of teaching people with good moral conduct, Islamic beliefs, and entertaining them at the same time. Now, having said these two different views, I'm inclined to the other one, and this is Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen's opinion, may Allah have mercy on his soul, providing there is nothing haram. What do you mean by there is nothing haram? Anything of the unseen is totally prohibited. So mentioning angels, hellfire, mentioning jinn, reviving the dead, giving them life, changing the form of an animal to a human being or an animal to another animal, all of these things are blatant lies, and only Allah can do this. So even if it's in a novel or a story, this is totally haram to write or to read. When you talk about time travel, this is nonsense, because there isn't any such thing, and just to make up the idea and to have the ripple effect from going to the past and changing events, which would mean to change the future, which is the present, blah, blah, blah. All of this is not possible and cannot happen and it's claiming to change people's fates according to what is going on, this is totally prohibited. Magic, having magical powers to do things, magic is haram in Islam, which leads to Harry Potter's novels and stories and movies to be all impermissible for Muslims to watch. And the list goes on. So at the end of the day, Sheikh, we are limited with very little amount of novels and stories that we can read and write. Yes, this is true. And we don't have to bend the rules. We have to follow them. And these rules are not mine or yours. These are divine rules from Allah Azza wa Jal. Muslims don't cheat, don't lie, don't fabricate, and don't talk about the world of the unseen. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.